I am going to tell you a truth you probably do not want to hear. Right now, you are treating her like she is a rare, priceless masterpiece, while she is treating you like a terms and services agreement she scrolled past without reading. Think about it. You reorganize your entire week just in case she decides to give you an hour of her time. You stare at those 3 bouncing dots on your screen with a knot in your stomach, praying she replies. Meanwhile, she is living her life, completely unbothered, while your emotional stability hangs by a single, fragile thread. This is a quiet, humiliating tragedy. It is an invisible prison you built for yourself, but there is another way. There is a man who doesn't chase, he doesn't beg, he doesn't wait yet. She is the one staring at her phone at 2 in the morning, wondering why he hasn't called. She is the one losing sleep over him. Today, you are going to learn how to become that man. You are going to learn why she must be more attached to you, and why the current power dynamic is slowly destroying your value. Before we dissect the cold, hard psychology behind this, do not let yourself remain trapped in this cycle of desperation. Subscribe to Dark Frame right now. Hit that like button. Join this brotherhood of men who refuse to beg for respect. Reclaim your frame today. I get it, brother. I know the exhaustion. I know how it feels to give everything, only to receive breadcrumbs of attention in return. It makes you feel invisible. It wounds your pride as a man. But this is not because you are inherently unworthy. It is because you have been using the wrong blueprint. Today, we are tearing up that weak blueprint. I am going to reveal the raw scientific laws of attachment and desire. No manipulation, no cheap pickup lines. Just pure, stoic psychology and cold, hard facts that will shift the gravitational pull of your relationship back to where it belongs. Let us look closely at the first law. Asymmetrical attachment does not build attraction. It builds repulsion. This is the most expensive mistake a man can make. To understand why, we have to look at the work of legendary psychologist John Bowlby, the pioneer of attachment theory. Bowlby discovered that when humans experience what is called anxious attachment, the constant frantic need for validation, it does not bring the other person closer. It actually triggers a deep subconscious alarm system in them. It pushes them away. It repels them. Every single time you anxiously check your phone, every time your mood shifts based on her text, you are projecting a massive silent signal. You are broadcasting scarcity. You are telling her subconscious mind that you have absolutely nothing more important going on in your life than her. You think you are showing profound love, but her primal biology reads it as weakness, dependency, and a total lack of personal value. Now, consider the contrast. The average guy notices her pull back, and he panics. He runs toward her. He texts more. He calls more. He tries harder. He asks what is wrong. And the more he pushes, the faster she runs. It is an automatic downward spiral. Now, look at the magnetic man. He notices the distance, and he simply continues with his day. Not because he is playing a childish mind game, but because his survival, his purpose, and his sanity do not depend on her emotional weather. His peace is unshakable. That calm is not a performance. It is the natural byproduct of a man who respects his own time. When you possess that level of detachment, her subconscious mind immediately shifts. Instead of feeling suffocated by your neediness, she begins to feel the weight of your absence. She begins to wonder why her distance didn't break you, and that curiosity is what pulls her back into your orbit. This brings us to a harsh truth that will undoubtedly hurt. But you must hear it. The moment she knows she has you completely guaranteed, she stops valuing you. The highly influential social psychologist Robert Cialdini famously proved that human beings subconsciously assign the highest value to things that are scarce, rare, or at risk of disappearing. This is not a malicious game. It is the basic hardwired architecture of human desire. When you make yourself a permanent guarantee, you violate this fundamental law. If she knows she can ignore you for 3 days, treat you like an afterthought, and still find you waiting exactly where she left you, you are no longer a prize to be won. You are a utility. You are like running water always there, completely taken for granted until the tap runs dry. The average man offers her absolute, unconditional emotional security far too early. He eliminates all tension, thinking it will make her feel safe. But instead, he kills the mystery. Without tension, attraction dies a slow, silent death. The magnetic man, however, operates under an entirely different set of standards. He has boundaries he will not compromise and personal goals he will not abandon for a casual encounter. He is genuinely absorbed in his own mission. This dynamic creates a subtle, powerful form of healthy uncertainty in her mind. She realizes that his presence in her life is a privilege, not a permanent guarantee. This slight, constant awareness that he could walk away if his standards are not met is the exact psychological oxygen that keeps the flame of desire burning bright over the long term. You must realize that attraction has a very specific direction. It always flows from the person with less emotional need toward the person with more. If you are the one constantly seeking her approval, her replies, and her confirmation of your worth, you are giving away all of your emotional gravity. The power dynamic shifts completely into her hands, leaving you with absolutely zero leverage. To reverse this, you do not need to become mean, toxic, or dramatic. You simply need to reclaim your emotional sovereignty. The groundbreaking relationship researcher Dr. Sue Johnson highlighted that sustained romantic attraction is reserved for individuals who are perceived as self-soothing, emotionally stable, and autonomous. We are drawn to people who can stand firmly on their own 2 feet, not those who are constantly looking for an emotional crutch. The average man makes every single interaction a test of his self-worth. If she smiles, he feels like a king. If she is distant, his entire day is ruined. She can feel this heavy, suffocating pressure even if you never say a word. It feels like a massive, exhausting weight, the burden of being responsible for another grown man's happiness. The magnetic man, on the other hand, anchors his self-worth in his own achievements, his character, and his daily discipline. His internal state remains solid, regardless of her temporary mood. This emotional stability does not make him cold. It makes him a safe, grounded harbor. It intrigues her. It makes her want to be closer to his unshakable peace. Look closely at how this plays out in your daily life. Your total availability is the single most destructive weapon against her desire. Every single time you cancel your plans to accommodate her last-minute schedule, every time you put your own projects, your rest, and your self-respect on hold just to answer her call, you are telling her that you do not value your own time. And if you do not value your time, why should she? She might thank you in the moment, but her subconscious mind immediately registers a loss of respect. You have become too easy to predict. The excitement vanishes. In the economy of attraction, high supply always leads to low demand. By being constantly available, you have flooded her market, making your attention incredibly cheap. The magnetic man has a life that demands his presence. He has professional commitments, physical training, and personal standards that he deeply respects. He does not play hard to get. He is actually hard to get because his life is full of purpose. When he is with her, he is fully present, attentive, and engaged. But when he is gone, he is truly gone. This natural alternation between intense, high-value presence and genuine, productive absence is the exact rhythm that keeps attraction alive. It gives her the space to miss him, to think about him, and to look forward to the next time she gets to step into his world. Ultimately, the attachment she feels for you will never be born from what you do. It will only be born from who you are. You can try to copy these steps as a series of calculated, manipulative tricks, but you will fail. If you are still desperate for her validation on the inside, she will sense the lie. Humans, and women in particular, have an incredibly refined evolutionary radar for detecting social and emotional incongruence. They can spot the difference between a man who is genuinely unbothered and a man who is desperately pretending to be. This is where the deep wisdom of Stoicism becomes your greatest shield. Stoicism does not ask you to destroy your emotions or become a robot. It commands you to refuse to let your emotions govern your actions. 2,000 years ago, the Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius wrote that you have power over your mind, not over external events. When you truly realize this, you find a strength that cannot be shaken by a late text or a cold response. It is the quiet power of a man who knows exactly who he is, independent of whatever the external world decides to throw at him on any given day. That is the man who inspires genuine, lasting devotion. Not the man who buys the most expensive gifts, not the one who constantly compromises his boundaries, and certainly not the one who silently begs for love with every desperate gesture. The most magnetic force in the world is a man with a clear, uncompromising direction in life, a man who does not need anyone else to validate his worth, because he has already earned it through his own sweat, discipline, and character. When you reach this level of self-mastery, you stop worrying about how to make her attach. You simply exist in your own strength, and that quiet, powerful presence becomes an irresistible gravity. At the beginning of this video, we looked at two different men, the one waiting anxiously for a text with a sick stomach and the one sleeping deeply, completely at peace. Now you understand that the difference between them is not what they do, it is what they are on a cellular level, and that transformation starts from within. It starts with the absolute decision to stop looking for validation in someone else's eyes and start building real, unshakable value from the inside out. The work is entirely yours, brother. No one else can build your frame for you. If you are ready to take control of your mind and step into your true power, subscribe to Dark Frame right now. Drop a like on this video, and leave a comment below sharing which of these concepts hit you the hardest today. I read every single one. Stay strong, keep your frame ironclad, and I will see